Good, how are you?
Good. Obviously, it was your first year here. Just how did you assess your first year with the new team?
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure it's well known. It's disappointing the way, to not make playoffs. But yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, I'm super honored to be a New York Ranger, and we have a really good group of guys here, really good staff. We're treated unbelievably, so happy about all those things. Just the on-ice stuff, I think there's room to improve there, and disappointed the way things ended, but we'll be better next year.
How did you feel about kind of your role and what you brought to the team?
Yeah, that was pretty good. I mean, they brought me in here to be that fourth line center that plays a good two-way game, can kill penalties, and that's kind of been my role for a while now. So it's tough. There's every year there's turnover with guys, getting called up and guys getting injured. So you're always having new line mates, and I thought I built some good chemistry with a few guys here, and hopefully we can keep building on that next year.
What did it mean to you to win the Players Player Award?
Yeah, it means a lot for sure. Especially we have just a ton of really good guys here, a lot of character in this room, and I'm honored that they voted for me in that. That's it's very special. It's something that I'm super proud of, and to be respected by your teammates is probably the best honor you can have.
Sam, you mentioned building some chemistry with some line mates. A couple guys in particular who you got decent time with was Edstrom and Rempe. So I'm curious, A, about the growth you think you saw from those two, and then B, if you could envision, having those two big guys on your wings next season and how that might work.
Yeah, I mean, it feels like a long time ago, but yeah, at one point it was me, Eddie, and Reps for a big string of games there, and I thought we were doing our role pretty well. We'd get out there for a lot of D-zone faceoffs, and we'd end up in the offensive zone, setting up the next line for an offensive zone shift. So those guys, they made a ton of strides. Eddie's obviously, devastating to have that injury for him. He's so young, though. I know he'll bounce back and he'll be fine next year. And he was, really, once he got used to the game over here, he was, he can dominate when he's on his game. So awesome to have him, and then Reps as well. Reps made a ton of strides this year. Went down to Hartford, worked on his game, and came back up here. And he was, when he's on his game and he's confident, he's a really, really good player. And obviously he's got that fear factor out there against other teams. Or he dumps it in their corner, and you can see them be scared. So it's great for me to have that aspect on my line. And looking forward to whatever happens next year, whether we're on a line together again or not. I think we're all excited to and we're comfortable playing with each other, and hopefully things work out.
It's nice to have stability this summer, obviously being under contract for a couple more years and not having to worry about all that.
I wouldn't even say it's I mean, you never know what can happen in this game. That's one thing I've learned. Stability is really just it's just a word. Things can change tomorrow. So I don't really try to get comfortable or complacent with where I'm at. There's always things I'm looking to do to improve. I think that's most guys are, when you're a professional athlete, you're always looking to get better. And I think if you get complacent with things, that's when things go south. So, next year's never guaranteed. You never know. But, obviously having 2 years on my deal, I don't have to worry about free agency this year, which is nice. But I'm still, with my mindset has always been come into training camp and try to make the best impression you can.
Thanks, man.
Yep, no problem.